yo. Now listen, yo. What you're waiting for is the noisy tribe. We're back. Pressure 急に揺られた電車よどんだ目さ人混みから見てろ絶対いつかほら電光石火飛び出しあのジェイカブラック手に入れようそう信じてできた夢が見えるでしょこの腕に感じてよさ This moment I can feel 全情とライブシェルこのまま行くぜ I'm the noisy tribe Come with me, come and cry with me Got to feel like you got to be free Noisy tribe, you're my noisy tribe You can feel I'm alive Come with me, come and cry with me Got to feel like you got to be free Noisy tribe, you're my noisy tribe You can break us a noisy tribe Here come the noisy tribe, we're back
Welcome, sir. Oh, Takumi, it's you.
Hey, Itsuki around?
Actually, no.
Yeah? Where is he?
He took the day off, and he might take off tomorrow, too.
Why would he do that?
Probably shouldn't talk about it, but Itsuki might have gotten hosed. He had some pretty rough business go down with this girl last night.
What? Are you serious? That sucks.
Nope, that's what happened, and for him to take off time from work, it must have really stung.
Oh, man. I never thought she would have done that to him.
Love triangles like that happen all the time. It seems like there's always a loser. It just blows this time because Itsuki thought he was golden with her.
In the end, I think Kazumi made the call based on what she saw as experience, or Itsuki's lack of it, to be blunt.
I guess you should know. Wasn't it the same story between you and Mako? I don't think you should be pointing any fingers.
Well, neither should you, so shut up. My heart still aches from the whole thing. Hey, would you mind giving Itsuki a ring later and seeing if he's feeling any better?
Yeah, I'll make sure to do that. But I suck at that kind of thing. I never know what to say.
It'd probably be best if you guys left the poor fool alone. Now listen, if Itsuki does show up for work tomorrow, I don't want any of you even mentioning this business about him getting dumped. Are we clear on that?
Crystal.
Whatever you say, boss.
Go ahead and fill her up with high octane and make it fast.
Yes, sir, no problem. Coming right up.
Hey, man, about last night.
Hold that thought, Takumi. I'm glad I found you. There's a little something I wanted to talk to you about.
You came here to talk to me?
Look, for what it's worth, I feel bad about what went down with Itsuki. Would you do me a favor and tell him something for me? Tell him I said he needs to forget all about my little sister and find himself a nice girl. One that'll treat him right.
So this is what a supercharger feels like from the inside. Man, it's a completely different feel from my 8.6.
I clocked in over 200 horsepower last time I put it on the chassis dynamo. But when I take her out on a high-speed uphill like Mount Akina, you can't tell there's a supercharger under the hood. It takes tight passes like the ones in Chichibu for you to really see what kind of a boost it gets. Well, you've beaten the Northern Saitama Alliance, and now that you've stumped us into the ground, you're running out of challenges here in Saitama. But if you really want to dot the I's on your trip here, there's one more group you might want to put your sights on. I'm warning you, they're a shady bunch of pricks. But just talking about their skill level, they shouldn't give you a whole lot of trouble.
So...
Huh?
Look, there's something I've been wanting to ask you for a while now. I was curious if you ever felt like you were kind of being held back by the 8.6's limited capabilities.
Huh? Well, yeah, dude, of course I do. I mean, why wouldn't I? Why else do you think I'd jack it up with things like the supercharger and the turbo? I mess with it all the time, man. Even in the rain the other night, I caught myself wishing the Levin's body was a little lighter, more updated. Started to wear on me after a while. To be honest, I'm surprised to hear you've had the same concerns about it, you know? I guess I sort of thought you were above it or something, I don't know. I mean, you've gone up against all kinds of different cars in the 8.6 and you haven't lost yet.
Okay. I haven't told anybody this, but something happened the other night. I sort of got passed on my home course.
I have a hard time believing that. You know that pass like the back of your hand. I've seen you. What kind of car was it?
A Subaru Impreza.
Makes sense. That's a four-wheel drive.
I've been feeling really weird about it ever since it happened. It's like I worked myself up into some kind of four-wheel drive anxiety complex.
Maybe so. But remember, you've gone up against a Land Evo before and you've won. Don't focus so much attention on the fact it's a four-wheel drive. It'll only screw you up.
I know, and I'm trying not to, but it doesn't seem to help. I know it shouldn't have shaken me up so bad, but it did. So if there's any advice you could give me, I would really appreciate it.
Damn, dude, I don't know. I've had to deal with the limits of the 8.6 more times than I'd like to admit. But when you really break it down, it doesn't matter if you're going up against a four-wheel drive, an FF, an FR, or what. All new cars are scary.
What do you mean, all of them?
Nothing wrong with a little bit of fear as long as you use it to your advantage. I worked my ass off to improve on my own skills, trying to make up for the weaknesses of the car. All right. I think I know something might be useful. I don't know if it'll help you with your complex, but it sure as hell helped me get over mine. You don't know it yet, but your next opponent will probably be a four-wheel drive. Up until last year, you were able to keep knocking out wins with no knowledge or information or any background in this stuff. But no matter how good a driver you are, at some point you're gonna hit a wall. Before now, you've beaten four-wheel drives by going as hard as you know how, not by understanding your opponents. That's the definition of a clueless victory. But I think you were still attacking the problems of the 8.6 in the right way. So just deal with the four-wheel drive like you tackle any other car you're facing. Know their advantages, and exploit the hell out of their weaknesses. If you want to keep winning, get creative. Your upcoming battle will be the perfect chance. Try to put some serious brain power on it and figure out a way you can defeat these four-wheel drives.
Tell me something I don't know. But how am I gonna do that?
Of course, it gets pretty boring if you always know what to expect, so don't go overboard. Your natural cluelessness is what makes you a unique package, Takumi.
Strengths and weaknesses of a four-wheel drive, huh? Wataru was right. Last year I was driving my hardest without knowing a thing. On a scale of 1 to 10, my ignorance was at a 9.5. Of course, now I know more about four-wheel drives than I ever wanted to. I'm not sure, though. I don't think this is as simple as he's making it sound. Man, if this thing has a weakness, I have no clue what it is.
What'd you want to talk about?
Okay, keep this between us, but if we win this next battle we got coming up, I think we can make some cash off it. Look, Project D is pretty famous, right? So say our Evos win this race we got with them. That would so boost sales for the shop that helps us out. And if they post this win all over the net, you know they'll start getting hits from all over. Seriously, tell me that wouldn't bring in the customers for those grease monkeys.
I see what you're getting at. So, how much do you think we can get?
Win both races, 500 thou. One race, 250 thou. We tie, I worked it out so that we still get 50 grand.
Ooh, you gotta be shitting me.
Nope.
A win against these guys won't be so easy.
But I got no intentions of running a fair race to begin with. It doesn't matter if we cheat. All we have to do is get them the results, they get us the cash, and we're home free. And if I know anybody that can cheat like a pro, Kuro, my man, it's you.
I don't think you have much room to talk, Shiro.
There they go.
Watcher said we'd be up against four-wheel drives next. And sure enough, these guys drive Land Evos.
No way.
Hey, Ryosuke, we need to see you over here. These guys have a request to make. They're saying they want to split up the practice time between our teams. I figured you might want to weigh in. That's not how we've done it before. It could throw us off our game. What do you think we should do?
I don't understand why we have to split the time. Can't we just practice together?
I don't think we'd feel very comfortable doing that. You see, the thing is, we don't like practicing with people whose skills we're not so sure of. You understand. I got no idea how you guys drive. Look, I just don't want to see you take a corner too wide and wipe me out during a practice run.
You got trust issues, pal, or you just trying to be a dick?
Stay out of this. You're only gonna make things worse.
This is screwed up.
Don't get bent out of shape. All I'm saying is this. We split our practice time evenly until the sun comes up. Come on, guys. What's with the attitude? I mean, if you don't like it, we can just forget this whole thing. It's not like we got any reason to go out of our way to race you guys. We got nothing to prove.
Sounds like a plan.
You sure you want to do this?
Bro, wait.
No, the decision is made.
Why are we trying to pretend this is fair? It's a bad freaking joke. I mean, give me a break. They're the damn locals. They drive this course every day. All this comes down to is them not wanting us to get enough practice time in.
I never dealt with jerks like this before. Man, they piss me off.
Up until tonight, we've only gone up against guys who may have had a plan up their sleeves, but damn it if that plan wasn't at least clean and fair. These idiots think they can trip us up by cutting our practice time in half. But it'll just make it that much more embarrassing when they lose. Tomorrow, they're gonna see exactly the kind of idiots Project D can make them.
You know, I was thinking this might be exactly the kind of challenge Takumi needs to really move him up to the next level as a driver. He'll have to set up his car and master this course in about half the time he usually has to do the same amount of work. That's a major switch.
Yeah, I've got a bad feeling about these guys, that they may be trying to pull some kind of scam.
Yeah? What kind?
I'm not sure. But until I am, I want you to keep your guard up. You won't have much time, so scorch the whole course on the road conditions near mine. Got it?
It's about damn time. We can finally get out there and start learning this road. Hey, really try to get some good work in before the sun comes up. No slacking out there.
Standing by. I'm ready whenever you are, Keisuke.
Okay.
We don't have a lot of time. We need to be as efficient as we can.
And let's get this show on the road.
Your punk asses won't be able to stay so cocky for much longer. I think our best shot of pulling out this win is going to be to put our sights on the FD instead of the 8-6.
Oh, I get it. You want the easy win for yourself, huh?
Shut up, man. That's not it. I just think that little freak driving the FD needs a good public bitch slap. Guy had the nerve to stare me down like a chump. I'm gonna make that punk cry in front of all of his little freak friends.
Yeah, cool. Whatever you say, man. Run your race however you want. I still get half the cash. Hey, it's me. I need you to listen up. I've got info. Our target's gonna be the FD.
Hey, so, are you sure about this, man? They're gonna kill us if they catch us.
You let me worry about that.
Okay, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to hit the timing just right. I make one mistake and I'll end up hitting them both, and none of us want to see what that wreck will look like.
Hey, if it happens, it happens.
All right, guys, he says we target the FD.
Only having half the time to run the course sucks bad. I don't even have the time to think about beating the four-wheel drive. All I can really focus on is beating the course. I'm getting bounced all over the place, and I gotta have every point where the car jumps memorized.
It may not be the smoothest surface I've ever driven on, but other than that, it's an easy course. I love the practice runs. Every time I pass him, I get to remind myself that I'm never gonna lose to him. My FD's feeling solid tonight. If everything keeps up like this, we'll have this thing wrapped up early. I'll run a perfect course. What's that on the road? Is that water? It wasn't there when I passed earlier. That's not water. It's oil!
Dude, are you okay?
Yeah, Fumihiro, this is Keisuke.
Hey, what's going on, man? You sound weird.
Hell yeah, those guys still there?
What, you mean the guys we're going up against tomorrow? No, not anymore. They blew out of here a little while ago. Why, is something wrong?
Yes. Listen, it's an emergency. Stop the 8-6 right now. Don't let him come back my way. You got me?
Dude, slow down. What are you talking about?
What happened?
Somebody dumped a few gallons of oil across the road.
You're kidding me. Where are you now?
Are you alright? How's your car? Is Miyaguchi still with you?
I'm okay. But I got some bad news, guys. My FD, she's all busted up.
Well, it's not like you could have avoided this case, Kay. Nobody could. Damn, this sucks.
Who would have done this?
Isn't it obvious, man? Who else would want to screw up my ride?
Whoever did this had an escape route. They must have left down that road. It's the only way. On the map, it looks like it's only wide enough for one car. Goes all the way to the next town.
If so, then why don't we get a move on and try to beat them to the exit on the other end? We should have enough time to catch their punk asses when they come slithering out. That's where I'm going. I'm taking Unit 1.
Hey, hold up, Keisuke. I'm going with you.
Cut it out, you two. There's no point in you chasing them down.
Yeah, there is. Nobody does that to my baby and gets away with it. Mess with another dude's car and you're gonna pay for it. They should know that. And if they don't, I'm gonna hunt them down and teach it to them.
Don't make me repeat myself, Keisuke. I told you to calm down.
How bad is it?
It's pretty bad. Looks like the suspension arm is all kinds of jacked up. And with this hard of an impact, the alignment probably needs to be completely reset. There's absolutely no way we can have the sucker ready by tomorrow night.
But there's nothing wrong with the drivetrain, is there? Just fix it up to where I can drive again. Jerry-rig it if you have to, all right? I don't even care if she won't drive straight. Let me deal with the rest of it on the course.
Are you even listening to yourself, Case K? You have to admit that you aren't the most cautious driver in the world, and with the suspension in the shape that it's in, you're gonna kill yourself.
Fumihiro is right. You really can't predict how the car's gonna act when it's like this. And your limits out there are going to be extremely low. Sorry, man. You're just not gonna be worth much in a battle.
Here you guys are. I wonder why it was so quiet up on the mountain. Can't believe you actually wrecked into this corner.
That was a dirty little trick your boys pulled out here tonight. And don't pretend you don't know who spilled the oil across the road.
I ain't pretending nothing. All my guys are gearing up for the race. And I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't accuse me of BS like that, okay? Besides, what proof do you have we had anything to do with anything?
Don't mess with me, man. I don't need any proof to know who sabotaged my car. Now get out here and we'll settle this like men.
Keisuke, knock it off, okay? Not now.
Ooh, you're really scary when you get mad. Looks like Project D's got themselves a little bit of a loose cannon on their hands. Wonder if you're all like that. Accuse me of something with no proof, and then you try to get me to get out of my car? You really think you can take me in a fight, big man? I'm not so sure you want that. And I'm not sure I want to race against assholes like you.
We're sorry about all of this. Let's forget it ever happened. But as you can see, the FD we race on the uphills is in pretty bad shape. We can get it fixed up. It's just gonna take us a little longer than a day to do it right.
Oh, that's too bad. An unfortunate turn of events.
I know this might come off as a somewhat selfish request, but do you think we could postpone this battle for another week?
Gee, another week, huh?
Yeah. Just give us a week and we can have her fixed, no problem.
That makes perfect sense, and I understand the predicament that you're in. But I think I'm gonna have to say no. We've got lives outside of racing, you know. I got a date next week, and I ain't canceling because you screwed up a car.
You son of a bitch.
In the racing world, the car that can't make it to the starting line on time is a loser by default. Big-time boys like you should know that, right? So keep your excuses to yourself. We're doing this thing whether you like it or not. We start at 8. I don't care if it's the 8.6 or a box with wheels taped to the bottom, just get a replacement. And try to be on time, huh? 1 minute late and you forfeit the race and leave Saitama with a loss under your belt.
Damn it! I'm gonna end that prick when I get the chance.
If you're finished yelling at the guardrail, we've got work to do. Fujiwara, Matsumoto, you two finish getting the 8.6 ready.
You got it.
We'll get on it right now.
Not so fast, until we get the rest of that oil cleared off. Split the course in half for your practice. And we'll get started on the cleanup right now. We have very little time for it, so let's move.
Hold on a second. What am I supposed to do, sit on my ass and wait? What about fixing my FD? I'm gonna need a little help.
It'd be pointless to try. I've considered every option and decided that fixing your car would be an exercise in futility at this point. We just don't have enough time. You don't have a job to do on this race anymore, so you should just start working from the sidelines.
You gotta let me race. Leave me out of this and you'll just be giving them exactly what they want.
You really still don't understand, do you? The reason the FD took the hit it did was because of you.
Because of me?
That's right. Do you think if it had been me behind the wheel that I would have fallen for a pathetic little trap like that? Your pride and carelessness got the best of you. Now go cool off and think about what you did. All right, let's get to work.
I don't buy that. I get what he was saying, but I think he was too harsh on you. No way he could have dodged that much oil. I don't care how good a driver he is, it was everywhere. I just don't think you should take what he said so seriously.
You're wrong. My brother could have done it. Could have blown over that slick like it was nothing but dry pavement and kept on rolling. Ryosuke was right about everything he was saying. And deep down inside, I know it's true. I'm pissed off at myself that I fell right into such a Bush League trick so freaking easily just because of my attitude. It's all 'cause of me. That's why I gotta drive tonight, no matter what. What the hell else am I gonna do? Tell me, Kenta, what else can I do?
I don't know.
Sucks to be Keisuke right now, wanting to drive so badly but not being able to. It pisses me off too. But right now, all I can do is focus on the task at hand, keep my mind on the race, and beat those guys into the ground.
Johnny Saita Rose for the reason they don't know 前にしか進めないキャタピラが今日も振り潰した Yo, hates and pain 憎しみだけ増やして Hates and pain そんな清掃ライブ演奏